Yeah? Where are you going with that? Huh? Where are you going? What's up, guys? Sorry, I'm picking out. Oh, did you bring me this? This one just brought me tire. You want this back? You guys want to say hi? Hello, man. Say hi, Choncho. Whoa, easy, boy. Say what's up, everybody. Say what's up, everybody. Say how you doing? Don't push the buttons. No pushing buttons. Say hi, everybody. Say my name's Choncho. Say I'm Choncho Honcho. How you guys all doing tonight, man? Figure out pop on here. We do a little. Hey, man. Figure out pop on here. We do a little live stream. Since we didn't get a Homes Hobbies episode out for the last 2 Mondays now. Try to set this up. Sorry. Last 2 Mondays now. I figured I should probably fill you guys in on why. I've got a marathon planned. Whoa, don't know. That's my food, dude. I got a marathon planned for this week. So, I cannot get this to just stay still. There we go. I got a marathon planned for this week. So, there's going to be a whole bunch of Homes Hobbies videos going down. So, yeah. I had to put off making videos for a little bit just because I had client stuff going on. So I had a grand opening going for my friend's business here in town last weekend, and then this weekend, and then last weekend I had to film for preparation for that. So it's just been hectic. But anyways, I just want to let you guys know that's what's going on. And we're also going to talk about what happened to the XJ build. And I'm going to stuff my face with this. It's like a with like all kinds of good stuff on it. Mainly, I think it's cinnamon and sugar. How you guys all doing? Who got in here? All right, you guys, everybody. Say what's up, or congratulations to Brandon Catton, Snowmod RC. He's officially a moderator in here now. So if you guys get out of line, he's gonna give you the boot. So don't get crazy. Don't get crazy. Back up in here now, man. Seems like dang near every stream we get some troll popping in here or a bot or something, and yeah, Brandon is here to help out with that. So, big thank you to Brandon. I appreciate you, bro. And, man, you guys hear the little man down here just squealing. Look at what he's doing. He just likes to play with he likes to play with the tires. You ain't crazy? Yeah? Oh, and here comes Mama. Bringing me more munchies. All right.
I broiled this one.
Nice. Thank you very much.
So you can tell me which one.
You can have another bite. I'm just getting it all over my face. Not realizing it's going to be on camera. You're okay. You can't cry every time you fall down, dude. It's part of learning how to walk. You got him. Oh, it's not that bad. It's only like a foot. Yeah, he's learning how to walk right now, so he keeps falling down every once in a while, and when he does, he gets so mad. He doesn't want to walk without having toys in his hands. So he always tries to put a toy truck or a tire or something in his hand, and then walking. Not just one hand, you gotta have something in each hand. And he walks around. He's just goofy. Love that kid. Oh, man. So, yeah. Anyways, you guys, sorry I'm eating in front of you. I know, it's rough. It's hungry time, man. I gotta go after this. We're actually going to dinner. I'm a big boy, man. Don't judge me. So, you guys, like I get most of you are wanting to know, Hey, what's up, Jeff? Jeff Hamilton's in here. He's a local. I've known Jeff ever since I worked at the hobby shop here in town years ago. Woo. All right. I'm going to stop stuffing my face. I'm sorry. At least for a minute. Woo! Yeah, right? That's what my little man, he's a little ping pong ball. He's a roughneck. So, I take it most of you guys want to know where the XJ build is. Or no. You guys don't really care. I don't know. Do you guys care? How many of you guys are actually familiar with the XJ build? How many of you guys watched any of the videos on that? Just curious. Just curious. Who's been paying attention, huh? Yeah, who I am. Mike went and got cookies. Yeah. All right. KJ build. Right here. Just kind of sits here and looks really cool on my desk all the time. It's really small, so I can kind of sit it in cool places, but yeah. Still here. Still working. Yeah, I can't really roll the tires because it's gear reduction unit in there. It's all locked up, but ooh, that was a little loose. This side. The rear is definitely looser than the front. Might have to look into that a little. But, yep. Still basic. It needs some upgrades, man. It's very basic. Like the lower links need to be replaced. Need to get some stronger arms up front. I'm pretty sure the gears in it are starting to wear out a little, so probably need to get some replacement gears at some point in time. Needs lights. I would love to build an interior at some point for it, but yeah, that's the KJ build. As far as the XJ build, all right, I guess we can get into this a little bit. Let me catch up in here. Black Widow, yeah, you always asking too, huh? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I get asked all the time about the XJ build and the wiring hazard one. Yes, that one. Yeah, switch down front end. All right, looks like a lot of you guys are paying attention. All right, so we're always munchies. Yeah, dude, you guys crack me up, man. Yeah, mine's on CCO1 as well. And yes, I do believe that the gearbox is fairly weak. I've got mine has a HPI gear reduction unit in it. It's a common mod for these. It just, I baby it. I definitely can't treat it like I do an SCX10. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right, let's talk XJ. Damn it. Let's talk XJ. First off, for those of you that aren't familiar with the XJ, it's my SCX10-2 build that I built for Axial Fest this year. Did not get it complete. I got it like 99% of the way complete, 90% of the way complete. And then, yeah, I had to rush everything to get ready for Axial Fest. So, I took it, I put it on display at Axial Fest, but it was not finished. The axles underneath of it were stuck, and it was not running properly. I could turn it on, I could drive it, but only for a short amount of time before it started wigging out for some reason. And I could not figure out why. My guess was that there was something wrong with the light kit, because the lights would wig out and it would start, you know, it's a little Chinese kit, the GT Power kit, where you can push the button and hold it, and then it'll make it cycle through the different flashing modes. And it would start cycling through the flashing modes without me pushing anything. And I had checked the wire to the button and everything, so everything was solid. So I started thinking that maybe the unit itself was bad. And so I just kind of pushed it aside. I left it on display there, you know, and everything, and brought it back. And I just started digging into it the other day and found some more problems. So, not more problems. I created a new problem because I'm an idiot. So
I started looking for what was wrong with it to begin with. I couldn't figure out, okay, so why would it be doing that? And I started kind of work through the wiring a little bit at a time, trying not to take it apart as much as possible because there's so much wiring in that build, an excessive amount. And I thought I had figured it out. I had a secondary wire going from a Castle Creations BEC 2.0 running out the back, but I had it tucked up and hidden. And I couldn't figure out why I had that there. Like, I knew why I would put it there, but I couldn't figure out, like, why I used that as running something else. Because my goal was to run a lead to the back so that I could hook up a trailer. I did that on 666. I've done it on a couple of them. And so that's what I was going to do. And I was just going to steal the power from the BEC because it has 2 outputs. The problem is, I used the wrong output. It wouldn't have mattered anyways. Because I used the wrong output, sorry, I'm stuffing my face again. Because I used the wrong output, or I confused myself, and I pulled it back, and I started thinking, well, I'll just run this up there. And the problem was that I convinced myself that a Castle Creation CC or a BEC 2.0 with the 2 leads coming out did 2 different things. That one was like that I could dial in the 2 wires in the amount of power output they have separately, right? Like I could do that individually. Like, I'm not sure why I was thinking that, but that's what I was thinking in my head. And I had convinced myself that that was where I messed up, in that I ran the 6-volt one up front and the 12-volt to the back, when the 6-volt needed to go to the back, 12-volt needed to go up front. And so I was going to swap them. And I plugged it in and fried a bunch of stuff. Like an idiot. Because I basically created like this loop, and yeah, I fried the ESC for sure. Which was, man, I'm dying from eating these. Like kicked up my sinuses or something. I don't know what happened, but I killed a brand new Holmes Hobbies BLE Pro ESC, which pissed me off because that's the second time I've done that, I think, in this build. And I wanted to cry. I seriously was like, just wanted to freaking scream at somebody. And so I pulled that out, replaced it, got everything working again. I thought I had blown the servo too, the main steering servo. Did not blow the steering servo, thankfully. And then got everything working again, and I went to plug in the body, you know, all the wires that come from the body into the main part of the chassis, and that controls, like, you know, the light bars, the interior lights, and the steering wheel and stuff, right? And I got to plug those in, and everything's good until I plug in the last wire. Front servo locks over, and so clearly I had fried the steering wheel servo too. So what I have to do is pull out the steering wheel servo. I'm like 99% sure that's what has to happen, is I have to pull out the steering wheel servo and replace that, and then I should be good to go. I should be able to button this all back up. Oh, and I did install, the main reason why it was bugging out in the first place, I figured out, was because I installed that Castle Creations BEC, the 2.0 BEC, and I used it strictly for auxiliary power, and I never actually ran that power to the steering wheel servo, which is a high-end servo. It's a Holmes Hobbies BLE Pro, but not the 12-volt one. It's the regular one, and that was causing so much draw that it was literally causing it to stall out and wig out, just like it would if you installed a badass servo on a stock rig and didn't install a BEC. So all I had to do was just install a simple BEC, and the problem would have been solved. And I went through and messed it all up. And yeah, talk about a nightmare. But I did get the other BEC installed. I did fix the 2.0 BEC situation, and all taken apart because I need to pull out the steering wheel servo and test that, and potentially, most likely, replace that. Then it should be good to button back up. But while I have it apart, I do want to send out a message to a buddy of mine, and hopefully he'll be able to help me out and see if I can get a couple of upgrades for my interior on this. There's somebody that creates a product that I really like, and I want to see if they'll work with me on using one of those in this build. We'll see. I already have one. I really like it, but yeah, we'll see. It would need to be a custom situation. I don't know if they're capable of doing that or not. So we will see. But that is basically what happened, guys. Let me back up here. I've not been reading any of these comments. Let me just try to read a few of these real quick. I'm sorry, dude. Oh man, I get freaking frustrated just thinking about that. It's such a rough situation. I will take this over and show you guys the mess that is the XJ right now. All right. Yeah, me and Alec do need to trail around the KJs together. Yeah, Highway 1 RC. You already know. Axial Fest 2018. I'm not sure when that's coming out. Whenever I can get it done. I'm going to start working on it here pretty soon. I'm still working on 27 and refining it before I release it to the public. So, Patreons have already started watching it. It's still available over there. If anyone wants to watch the Axial Fest 2017 movie right now, which is basically like the, it's basically the same thing as the final one that's going to come out. I just have to change a couple of little things in the audio. But, yeah, if you guys want to see that now, it is available over on my Patreon. It's been available over there for like over a week now, I think. $1 minimum. You can pay us whatever you want, but $1 not only gets you, the access to view the video, but it gets you like the entry level tier for a month on Patreon. It's a pretty cool deal. Patreon is pretty cool. A lot of people are kind of confused about it that haven't ever been there. But everybody that's over there right now seems to be having a good time. Seems to be fun. Seems to be a good place for me to kind of be informative to people that... It's almost like adding like a VIP access to the channel, almost, you know what I mean? So people over there get things that you just don't... videos and stuff, because I have a series over there called Perspective Shift that I only run on Patreon, and I'm getting ready to kick that back up, as well as start doing a few other things. So I'm pretty excited. Anyway, I don't want to preach about Patreon. I just want to tell you guys, it's over there. What happened with Skull Wars? Still here. It's getting ready to start back up. I'm just waiting. Yeah, thank you, Steve. Steve jumped in there and said that. I'm just waiting. I got a couple of things I'm working out and making sure that my situation here is smoothed out a little bit before I dive back into it, because Scale Wars is a lot of work. I know it doesn't seem like it probably, but it's a lot more work than anything else I do for the channel. It takes a lot of time. Just do one episode of Scale Wars can take anywhere from 8 to 12 hours. And that's if everything goes pretty good. What else we got? The magic smoke. All right, let's see. Yes, did I ever use a Puller Pro R you got a while back from Holmes Hobbies? Not many videos on that motor. No, actually, I did not use that motor, I don't think. I think it's sitting right there. I have plans for that motor. There's something specific I want to do for that, and we will do a video on that. I actually have 2 Castle ESCs that I'm going to be using too, and I've got 2 revolver motors that I'm going to be using. So we do got some install videos coming up now that I think about it. Sorry, I'm just looking at my trucks over here because I forget. I got a lot of stuff going on at once right now, so I forget sometimes. But yes, I do have plans for that motor, so we will be doing videos on that very soon. What's up, Ninja RC? How you doing, man? All right, let's see. Can you recommend a battery for RTR SEX102? For RTRs, I like to tell people to go for a 2S battery. Personally, a 5,000 milliamp 2S is a good place to start. It's not too big. It's not going to affect the weight balance too much in a stock vehicle, but it's still going to give you a ton of run time. And with the factory gearing and motor, you'll still have plenty of wheel speed, but you'll have a ton of run time. And that's what I usually recommend right out the gate. And then for a second battery, I try to tell people like turning the boost up, you get more power and you get close to the same run time. Usually not the same, but close to it. And then me personally, it all depends on your build, If you get crazy and build a really heavy truck, things will change. You'll want different batteries, I personally run a pretty wide variety of batteries in my trucks. Everything from 2S to 4S. I even run 4S in a lot of my trail trucks just because of the low gearing that I've got going on. The XJ runs 4S. The Kaiser runs a 4S pack, both of them 4100 milliamp packs. Discharge rate is something to keep in mind too. If you've got a really high discharge rate on your pack, it's probably going to kill the battery a little bit quicker. Not 100% sure on the science behind that, but I'm like 90% sure that it will. It's in the name, discharge rate, and the higher the discharge rate, the higher the rate of discharge. And so that 8,000 milliamps or 5,000 milliamps or whatever is going to go a little bit quicker, I think, with a higher discharge rate than with a lower one. So just something to keep in mind. But with the lower discharge rate, you may not have the punch that you're wanting. So something to keep in mind. Man, budget crawlers, just get an entry-level SCX10 is what I tell people, and just leave it, stock. That's usually what I would say. I like the Trail Honcho. All right, we got some new people coming in here. Still haven't seen what's going on with the XJ, or maybe missed that. So let's walk over and look at the XJ. Let me catch up real quick. I'm almost caught up on these. Yeah, bro. Any platform still goes for Scale Wars too. So if you guys want to submit builds for Scale Wars, you can at any time. Just go watch the how-to video, and there you go. And right now, get my big old self up. We're going to walk over here and take a peek at, you prepare yourselves. I'm warning you guys, it's a mess right now. I got batteries charging too. But here they are. Here's the Axial Fest builds. This is charging right now. And this one, oh Lord, look at this mess, you guys. This whole mess is here because of the XJ. I've got everything taken apart. There's some wires plugged in right now. But look at that madness. Look at that madness. That's just, yeah. Yeah. Believe it or not, I know exactly what's going on there. And as soon as I am done fixing it, I will be cleaning all that wiring right back up. And when this body and everything goes back on, you won't be able to see. Good 85% of those wires will be gone. You won't be able to see anything, and the other ones will be, hard to see. So, yeah. And if I pop the hood here, you can kind of get an idea of what's going on under there. There's that Polar Pro. It's a 3500 kV ESP anti-spur setup. Real simple. And there's the suspect servo right there. That's the one I think is blown, and I think that is causing some feedback into the system. And I think it could have been slightly blown in the beginning because it was used. I used it from another build and put it in here. And I think I used it from another build. I'd have to go back and watch the videos, but I'm pretty sure I pulled that from another build. So it could have been on its way out anyways, because I'm pretty rough on all this stuff. I've yet to have a Holmes Hobby servo fail on me, but I mean, there's first time for everything, and that could have been it. So, my fault. I plugged it in like an idiot. And the wire that I was talking about is in the back right here. This little guy. This is the one I was going to try to run up front, and I plugged it into the wrong thing. Simple mistake, but fatal. Fatal mistake. So definitely pay attention. When you get into these complex builds like this, I've had people tell me that it's not necessary to do all this wiring and all this stuff. No, it's absolutely not. I mean, you guys have seen my other stuff. You can do, all kinds of things that are fairly simple. You can leave trucks stock. You can do one like this. This thing hardly has any wiring at all in it. It's just got a winch and lights, and that's it. I mean, it's very simple. Still has full interior, still looks pretty scale, right? Same with the Kaiser. Winch and lights, nothing crazy, right? This is a different story, and I wanted it to be crazy. I wanted it to be off the hook. This one's not quite so crazy. This one's got a stereo in it, you know, but it doesn't have anything going on in the dash. There's no steering wheel in the dash. There's no lights in the dash, right? Still might add lights to the dash, but for now it's just got those stickers right there. And, but I just, you know, it's kind of a show truck. I'll still drive it a lot, you know, it's going to get a lot of trail time, but it's meant to look cool, right? This one, on the other hand, is meant to be used and abused and look cool. I mean, it's got Wordie-made protection all over it. Rock sliders, front bumpers, rear bumper, and tailgate tire swing setup, all Wordie-made. It's got, you know, the whatchamacallits right here to protect the side. It's got a lot of stuff going on. I use this rack specifically so I could use it for sliding, you know, if I lean it over too far on something. A lot of stuff on this meant to keep it, you know, protected for being a hard body. And it's not your typical hard body either. I haven't weighed this thing, but my guess, compared to my other ones that I have weighed, which are like 13 to 15 pounds, this one's going to be over 15 pounds. Like, easily over 15 pounds. Could be closer to 17 maybe when it's all said and done, 16, 17. And that's pretty intense for a trail truck. And I want it to still perform, especially a leaf-sprung trail truck. It's got leaves in the back. So I want it to still perform. And I know it looks funny sitting here because it's not lined up straight or whatever, but that's just because I got a lot of stuff going on. Actually, let's open that. It's just, yeah, I cannot wait to get this thing back on the trail. And I know it looks like it's a long ways from it right now, but it really isn't that far from it. All I have to do is fix the servo problem, start cleaning my wires back up, and put it all back together. And this interior literally just, I mean, it just sits right back in there, and then I bolt everything into place. So very simple, cool little build. I like it a lot. Well, not simple, but yeah. Very functional build. It's got front and rear winch. It's got, you know, moving steering wheel, all kinds of interior lights. It's got a headliner. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that headliner. It's got all kinds of stuff going on in it, man. So I don't know. Hopefully here in the next few days I'll have it back up and running. But we're gonna be doing a marathon of Holmes Hobbies episodes, and that might be one of them. So yeah, let me turn this around. Woo! I swear my allergies are still killing me. Let me see if I can read a couple of these. When's the next Axial Fest? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's going to be weird for me because I am no longer associated with Axial yet. I am very much known as the Axial Fest guy. Oh, yay! It's all good in the head. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm definitely going to be working towards starting my own event, though, I think. I think it'd be fun. I got a few ideas I've been tossing around. I've been talking with a few people. Let's see. Love to see a block diagram. I actually had one. Hold on a second. I don't know how up to date this is, but this is from when I was doing all the wiring. It was, yeah, and it's not like, you know, proper, you know, diagram, but it was to help me keep my bearings on it and what was going on. There's a lot of things going to a lot of things, using a lot of wires. So it was interesting. It was definitely interesting. Woo. I've been doing a lot of photography lately, too. I don't know how many of you guys follow my Instagram stuff, but... God, that is good. Don't worry, Ninja. I'm going to get it fixed, man. I'm definitely coming soon. Snowmod, thank you, bro. That color for me took a while to pick. I didn't mean to find one that looked so similar to the honcho color, but that's what it wound up looking like. And so I wound up using the stickers from the honcho to go with it. And I think it just, I don't know, it kind of set it off. I think it was a cool look. And I can't wait till you get that 231 all installed and good to go. What we got here? Oops. Yeah, that headliner was fun to make, actually. I don't know if I'm going to get the builder's kit. I've still got 4 trucks sitting here that need to be built. So I don't know if I'll get that yet or not. I mean, we'll see. I don't need it right now. I've got more trucks than I need as far as axials go. I've got tons of axials sitting here. But I would like to get the new RC 4-wheel drive F-150, and I would also like to get a couple of cross RC vehicles. I would like to do a comparison between the axial and the HPI builders kits. That's something I'd like to do. There's a couple of reasons for that. I've been looking at the HPI one, and I like how they do their motor forward setup with the divorced transmission, similar to like how I, convert the axial one anyways. I have to look a little closer at it. I've never used one, so I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm kind of picky, but scale fast. We'll come up with something, man. I don't want to get everybody all hyped up on me doing an event just yet until I really know what I'm going to do, because it's going to be, it's not easy to do an event. It's a lot of work. It really is a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time and planning and a lot of hands on deck to really make it happen. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see. Patreon the pod. Yeah, see, we can do like a Patreon party. That'd be cool. Jeep is sweet. It looks like some. I actually have it set, I think, in my rewards. Once we hit a certain amount of Patreons, we are going to do a Patreon party. Yeah. Oh, man, I'd love to go to Brown's Camp. I want to go wheeling so bad. How many of you guys actually like to go wheeling with 1.1s? And what do you guys wheel? Do you guys have Jeeps, Toyotas? How many of you guys actually go out wheeling 1.1s? I want to take my Grand Cherokee out so bad, but it's still open diffs, and it's just, it's more frustrating than fun. Yeah, Mike. Wires will be the death of us, man. Let's see it. Camping Fest with Coleman, I like that. That's cool you guys are so down for an event. And that is exactly why I would want to do an event, is because when I go to Axial Fest, I don't actually do any driving. I'm not doing anything with the trucks anyways. The only thing I'm doing there is hanging out with the people and filming. That's all I wind up doing. So, I don't know. If I had my own event, it would literally be just an event so I could hang out with you guys and do something with our trucks. I'm not sure what it would be yet, but it'd be kind of like a fun meet and greet / trail run / show and shine sort of thing. I don't know. It wouldn't be like Axial Fest. I don't want to bite somebody else's ideas. And I don't want to, I don't want to copy Parker with Recon G6 and stuff. I just don't want to bite people. I don't like copying people. I like to be original. And I'm not sure how I do that with this yet. I'd really have to sit and think about it, You guys feel free to give me ideas. I mean, yeah, I'm sure I can need all the help I can get right now. MSTCFXW. I'm not a huge fan of the MSTs. Mainly just a huge fan of AGs anymore, but I don't have nothing against them. I've never had one, so I can't say they're good or bad. I would try to avoid giving AGTs money whenever possible after our last little fiasco. Jeep or Ford? That's what you like to wheel? Okay. I like Fords too. Yeah, I know you got the ZJ Snowmod. Yours is actually looking dope right now. Ninja Wheels and XJ and a Renegade Trailhawk. Okay, awesome, man. I just wish we had some good trails in South Carolina. No good trails. I thought they had a couple out there, muddy ones, but I heard they still had some. What we got your buddy CJ7's Blast. Yeah, yeah, I did. I love CJ's, man. Yeah, Gen 8, dude. I ain't got nothing against the Gen 8. You know, I did the new Red Cat that's coming out. Looks cool. Um, gonna be bigger than Axial Fest. I don't know about that. Wouldn't that be something? Wow. That would be unbelievable. But for me, I don't care how many people show up as long as it's people that enjoy what I do and they're happy when they leave. You know, that's the main thing. I don't want to do something and have people not be happy. Have people not enjoy it. And turn into the next like TanaCon thing, you know. YouTubers do events, you know, all the time now. And some of them don't do very good. Mainly because people are out to get money. And that's why. And they forget about their fans, you know. And I actually feel like I caught myself doing that a little bit. With Axial and with everybody and with what was going on. I just feel like maybe that's where I was going. I was getting more concerned with how I'm going to make a living and improve and create sustainability than how I'm going to continue to create good content and improve on my skill sets and improve on you know, delivering content, I guess. You know, like there's a lot that I could improve on still, I feel like, and I think I should be focused on that more than being focused on, you know, ensuring that it's sustainable. But at the same time, if I don't, obviously I won't be able to pay my bills. But it's a weird thing, this YouTube stuff. Like even today, I was in a battle all morning with a sponsor over, you know, brand deal versus sponsorship, and you know how a big part of my goal and what I've been doing. Sorry, I'm staring off into space, you guys. But a big part of my goal and what I've been doing is trying to bring the RC industry into modern times, you know. And there's a lot of stuff that we do in the RC industry that's still the same as how we did it in the 80s and the 90s. And, you know, that's one of those things. So it's not just for me. There's a lot of people out there that do a lot for the RC industry, and they don't get paid for it, and they should, you know. And instead they get parts and toys and stuff, and they're expected to be cool with just getting that, and to want more is to be ungrateful. At least that's how it's seen in the RC industry. Yet if you step outside of the RC industry into any other genre on YouTube, you'll see that how it functions, how the majority of successful channels function is through brand deals. It's almost a requirement because AdSense revenue does not pay, and you invest a lot of time to create quality if you want to keep up with everybody. So you can't, I mean, some people can get away with just pulling a quick cell phone video and throwing it up on the internet and get like some views or whatever and catch some buzz, but to actually do it properly, you know, and invest and build, you know, build up something, you know, a business, it takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and you don't want to just do that for free. RC cars, free, in exchange for RC cars. So, especially after a while, you get so many of them. It's like, okay, well, what am I going to do with the next one? You know, do we start selling them? You know, right? And then you sell them, and you add up the money, and you're like, okay, well, I worked X amount of hours. I had to buy X amount of equipment and be away from my family, or be, you know, up all these hours, or whatever it may be. And then you wind up with, like, you boil it down, you're like, shit, like $6 an hour or something. And it winds up being horrible. So it's very important to crunch. You're finding balance, you know. You don't, you're, whatever that's called, you know, your requirements in life. You've got to pay your bills. You've got to be a man. You got to do your duties. But at the same time, when you do YouTube like this, be like, oh, we'll get a real job, whatever. Well, you get a real job, I won't have time to make the videos. I could do that, it's fine. But then you leave people hanging. Yeah, maybe that person that told you to get a real job is like, they're cool with it. But then there's, 30 other people to that one that are like, damn, man, I kind of wish I had that video to watch today, or what happened to this series, or, people that send me messages and stuff telling me how I affect their actual lives. Like, do I just get selfish and walk away from that because I want to make a better living? I don't think that's a doable thing. I don't think that any good-hearted person can walk away from a situation where they know that they're being helpful just because they want more money. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That's just me thinking out loud, I guess. But that's how I feel a lot of times. And so I battled this morning for that. And the battle's not over. But yeah, trying to get brand deals in the RC industry as a content creator is very frustrating. It's very rough. But I've proven it's doable. I've done a lot of firsts, And so I don't know. I want to pave a path so that other people can follow, and we can. This is how we make more money in the RC industry. We evolve. We follow suit. We do what our industry, make sure that we are doing better. If we keep doing the same things that we used to do, we're going to be outdated. We're not going to be effective, right? Nobody reads magazines anymore. Hardly anybody even watches TV anymore. The majority of content is on the internet nowadays, and that's where you want to advertise. So a lot of people advertise through Google, which is great, but if you really care about the community, put that money back into the community. Pay these guys on Instagram, pay these guys on YouTube, pay these guys on Facebook, pay these guys showing up at events. Pay these guys that are putting in the work to really not just rep the brand, but build up the community with the brand, if that makes sense. So anyways, that's how I feel about it. Let me catch up on some of these. Oh, Isaac, what's up, bro? Always coming through with the super chat. You guys, Isaac's another patron. I always say Patreon. He's another patron, but he's also a good friend. He lives here in town locally, and I appreciate you, bro. You just got back from Cannaband. Yeah, that's what's up. I've been working with Cannaband a lot lately, man. A lot. I'm actually getting ready to go eat dinner with the owners here in about 40. Good people. Very good people, man. I love them a lot. Start with a simple meetup, low stress, best of show, and see what happens. Build on it every year. See, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. Something simple. I don't want to get too crazy and have people expect a lot, expect a big hurrah, and then I under-deliver, That's the last thing I want. I want to kind of make sure I'm underselling and over-delivering would be the goal. Oh, God, Jerry, tell them how much my computer costs to edit videos. People would be... Yeah, people would lose their minds. My computer cost around $6,000 to build. And I built it just so I can make these videos. That's investing into your channel. A lot of people that shoot with their phones think I'm crazy for that, but that's why I can put out crisp, clean 4K religiously if I want to. Costs money to make money. Woo. It's crazy how that works. This is okay, no fest in the name. Yeah, no fest. No fest. Driver's mandatory. Definitely gotta have a driver. Sorry guys, stuff in my face again. I talk to Chris every once in a while. He hits me up and chop it up. My thoughts on TRX4? I haven't had one. I'm not a fan of the portals. I'd like to have one. The base kit, not the crazy one, but I'd like to have one. I would like to have the crazy one, but with the... Because doesn't the base kit come with normal axles, not portals, right? I don't want portals, but I want the locking, unlocking front differential in the first and second gear. And I know that sounds corny, but I do want that because I'm a scale nerd and I like to do scale nerdy shit. And so that's one of those things I like to do. I want to be able to drive it with front diff unlocked and wheel around as much as I can like that, using like really thick grease or something, and then be able to, pull it, like lock it, and then drop it down in gear and do some actual rock crawling, go from trail running to rock crawling. I think that would be pretty cool. And that's something I would do if I had a TRX-4 for sure. That's how I feel about it, I guess. Let me get back down here. I have the same quality as RC Sparks for sure. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it took me a long time to figure out how to actually make a quality video. Not just as far as like the content involved in the video, but like how to get all my settings balanced properly between my camera, well, the conditions I'm shooting in, my camera, whatever's available to me, the computer and the settings between the computer and the TV, the settings and the programs that you're editing with to ensure that it matches for the input of the video versus the output of the end video. Like, you have to make sure that everything works properly, and then matching those output settings to YouTube and making sure those settings all mesh properly. I don't know if that made a lot of sense to anybody, but it's a nightmare to learn when nobody's teaching you. So it is definitely something that I pride myself on knowing. And yeah, I've helped a couple people learn how to put quality videos on YouTube, and it's not easy. I'm not the best teacher, that's for sure. That's definitely for sure. Hey, thank you, Mike. I try to give a lot to the community. I don't do it because I want to be like popular or anything. I don't know. I've realized that some people in the community appreciate what I do, and I appreciate that. Anytime I feel like I'm being helpful. It's not anytime, because there's a lot of times people hit me up and I don't feel like answering questions, or I don't like, sitting and talking about what the best motor is, or best, shock is for something. There's times where that does happen. It's been a lot of years of doing this, so there is times, but so I can't say every time, but just knowing that I've been able to help a lot of people, even if it's something as stupid as figuring out a toy truck. Like, I just know that has a good impact on people. It's all about experiences, and when people get these little trucks and they have a good experience, it affects their life in a positive way. And just being able to play a role in that makes me feel humble. It makes me feel blessed, and it makes me feel stupid for ever wanting to walk away from it. It's just something that everybody looks for a way to have a positive impact on the world, and this is the way I found to do it so far. And I don't know, just trying to make that work. And trying to make that something I can do for the rest of my life, and I don't know, it's something I enjoy, and I enjoy the people. I enjoy the activities. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. You guys ask me some questions. What you want to know? I'll answer a few questions here. Let me get back down here at the bottom. Jeremy missed what happened to the Jeep build. The Jeep build is currently taken apart right now. Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and watch it to get the whole scoop, but essentially I've got to replace a servo, I think, and then we should be good to go. And then I get it all put back together. We'll see though. That's basically what's going on. Yeah, see, Brandon, you know what I'm talking about crawling. It just, the whole thing. I don't know. For everybody, it's different. For some people, it's the building. Some people, it's the truck. Some people, it's going to events. It's just everybody. It's something different. Some people, it's the driving aspect. Like, I don't know. I just think that it's a positive thing in life, and there's nothing wrong with a positive, and I don't see any reason to get rid of the positive. So I'm gonna keep doing this as long as I can, and my goal at this point, because I don't want to keep fighting for brand deals, and I don't want to keep fighting with sponsors over getting paid and stuff like that. I don't want to do that anymore. But I don't want to walk away from what I'm doing here. I don't want to